Hey, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. When he give them honor to the apostles of great millstone who have taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth. And rest of I can do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video's edifying, Lord, I can get something from this video. Get a couple precepts here in Isaiah 13. I'm gonna go down and grab whatever precepts that go with this chapter. Lord willing, it's edifying not only to myself but to you, Akim, as well. Okay. This is Isaiah 13:2. It says, "Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles." Now, that's our job. Okay, the banner is this truth. Okay. All right. And we have to teach and we have to preach, knowing the truth, knowing, what's to come, right? To warn our people, okay, to what's to come, right? And that's how the Lord is a just power, man, because, warning comes before destruction, okay? And indeed, destruction is coming to America, man. Okay. Let me jump down to 4. It says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle." See, the Lord controls. Okay. The Lord controls the battle. Okay. It says they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Now, when you read in the scriptures, right, you can't just skim past things without putting two and two together. Okay, you have to think about what it's talking about. What do you mean destroy the whole land? What land is it talking about? When you hear about fire or you hear about weapons of the Lord's indignation, what weapons is it talking about? Right? What weapons is going to cause a fire? Okay, you got to think about that. Okay, because we understand people, like the average person has an idea that the Lord is coming back, right? The average person has an idea. They don't understand the scriptures, but they have an idea about certain different things. They understand that, and some people, they don't believe that the Lord is coming back, but they are aware that the Lord is coming back, if that makes sense, whether they believe or not believe. Okay. And with that being said, us knowing that the Lord is coming back, you have to you have to look for the signs and the times. You have to look for what the Lord told us to look for. Right now, is there going to be good news for America? No. And the reason why it's not going to be good news for America is because America is obviously, it's wicked. It's a wicked place, right? It holds the standard of wickedness. Okay. And we understand that the Lord is not with wickedness. Okay. I was watching something today, man, a clip on social media of the Joe Rogan podcast. And it was interesting because he was like, going over societies that fell. And he was like, at the end of a lot of societies that, right before they fell, the people got lost in gender roles. Right, they got lost in, men wanted to be women, women wanted to be men. They got lost. So ultimately, what happened was ultimate confusion. Okay, but scriptures talk about that. Scriptures talk about, what will happen. As a matter of fact, let me get it, because if you know anything about Sodom and Gomorrah, then you will understand what I'm saying. And the people of Sodom and Gomorrah was wicked, okay? But America is Sodom and Gomorrah on steroids, okay? This is, where is it at? Right here, 2 Peter 2:6, it says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly." Okay, so ensample goes into example. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Okay, well, Sodom and Gomorrah was burnt. Okay, those sulfur balls over there, which are still flammable, by the way. Okay, it was burnt. Okay, scriptures talk about America being burnt. Talks about Basra being, destroyed. Okay, let me go back here. It says Isaiah 13 and back and forth. It says the noise of a multitude in the mountains like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts musters the whole battle. It's like the Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. The weapons of his indignation, which is thermonuclear missiles, to destroy the whole land. Okay, that land is talking about America. It says how ye, which is your modern day Babylon. America has a bunch of different spiritual names. Okay, you're not going to find the word America in the Bible, but we understand what the scriptures or what place the scriptures is talking about when it talks about Basra, when it talks about the virgin daughter of Babylon, when it talks about, Sodom and Egypt. We understand these things. Okay. Right. Because America is fairly a young country. Okay. It's a young country. Right. But it's not a coincidence that this young country has the most influence on the world. And the influence is poison. The influence is wickedness. Okay. It says 7, it says, it's like in 6, it says, how ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. See, the second death is by way of fire. The first death was by way of water. Okay. It says, how ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It should come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint and every man's heart shall melt. Okay. And that day is going to be a terrible day where people are going to fear for their life. They always feared. And anytime the Lord made moves on societies, and anytime the Lord made moves on, like think about the time of Noah, right? Those people didn't fear until the rain started coming. Okay, then everybody wanted to start asking questions and became serious. But like it says in Proverbs, the first chapter, I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear coming. Because right now you got brothers on the highways and byways, including myself, teaching and preaching His word. Okay, teaching and preaching His word, man. And it's not a long line of our people out there listening, man. Nah, hell no. Only time they listen is when something happens, right? When they get uncomfortable. Okay, but as long as America give you whatever they need to give you to sustain you, to, help you be comfortable or help you maintain, you turn a blind eye to the truth. But it's a punishment for that. Because, like I said in a couple of videos ago, a lot of Jake is only mad because they're in a bad position. But let the so-called white man give them everything that they wanted. They're not going to think that the so-called white man is bad. The difference between, Jake in the world and Jake in the truth is that regardless of what we get in this world, right, we still want the heathen in subjection, period. Okay? It says, therefore shall all hands, what was that? How ye destruction? Yeah. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows, and shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger. So they're going to be afraid. The day of the Lord, right? This is the second death. People are going to be afraid. Scriptures say that the righteous will scarcely be saved. Right? We're going to be afraid, man. But we hope and we have faith that the Lord is going to deliver His men up out of America, man. Lord willing, I'll be one of those men. Okay? Lord willing, man. I say that humbly. Lord willing, man, because I don't know. Right? It says, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, to make it no more. Okay. And He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So the Lord is going to destroy the sinners thereof out of really burn them up in America, man. That's how they're going to get destroyed. Okay. Let me jump down to 11, it says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay, so who's pride? Who's proud and who's wicked? The so-called white man is, but our people is too. 2/3 of our people are prideful and wicked as well. Okay, because they trust in America, right? They have that I call it like the Numbers 14 spirit, right? Which, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab it. This is 2/3 of our people. This is Numbers 14:2. It says, and all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron, and the whole congregation said unto them, would the Most High that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would the Most High we had died in this wilderness? And wherefore hath the Lord Yahweh brought us unto this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? So that's the average mindset of Jake back then and today in this modern day Egypt. Okay, asking, man, did the Lord bring us to the wilderness just to kill us? You know, shouldn't we go back to Egypt? Didn't we have it better than Egypt? Right? Why would you run back to captivity? But our people love captivity. Okay, it says, and they said one to another, let us make a captain and let us return into Egypt. So after everything that the Lord has showed guiding us out of Egypt, with the crossing of the Red Sea. What was this? Slacker. Oh, it's okay. So with the crossing of the Red Sea, right? The plagues that was sent upon Egypt, right? The firstborns being killed. Like, you know, after all that, after all the miracles, right? And the mercy that the Lord had on us, our people still had shit to talk. Okay? You see? But same thing now. It says, and they wanted to make a captain to go back to the land of Egypt. Come on, man. It says, then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of Israel, of the children of Israel. I'm going to jump down to 9. It says, only rebel not against the Lord Yahweh, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord Yahweh is with us. Fear them not. I'm jump down to 11. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me for all the signs which I have showed among them? See, out of all the signs that the Lord had showed as far as our deliverance, these people still provoked the Lord. These people still murmured. Okay? Our people did that, man. Our people murmured. Okay? After the Lord delivered us out of Egypt. Okay? Like, but that's Jake today. Okay? It says, I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them. It will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. Okay? And, Moses started pleading with the Lord, but my point is that our people provoke the Lord, man. And our people even now still trust in the modern day Egypt. Okay? This is Isaiah 31:1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Okay, so our people they don't have faith in the Lord, man. They have faith in the things that they can see. They have faith in captivity, and that's bad to have. But guess what? 2/3 of our people are going to be left here to burn, man, in this modern day Egypt. Okay, because scriptures say what? We should no longer talk about. Let me grab that, then I'll close it out. Right? I think it's in Jeremiah. Right here, Jeremiah 23:8. It says, But the Lord Yahweh, let me go up to 7. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, which he did, right? But the Lord Yahweh liveth, and everybody knows that story, okay? But the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, which is America, and from all countries whither I had driven them, showing that we're scattered across the four corners of the earth, and we're captive underneath these nations. Okay, it says, and they shall dwell in their own land, proving that we're not in the land right now. Which, for the most part, we're not. Okay, but the Lord is going to deliver us from the places where which were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and put us back in power, man. Okay, and put us back in our land, man. And we're going to have power. You can read that in Isaiah the 2nd chapter. You can read that in Isaiah the 60th chapter. Okay, start at 10 and go down. Really, you can start above that, but if you want to get to the point, go to 10. Okay? So with that, man, look, one of the videos edifying. Lord, I can. Got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Makakadash. I want to tell you brothers to keep pushing on to the next.